What up, Sauce Gang, and welcome back to the channel. Hot Sauce Beats here with a banger Skibidi Toilet reaction for you. Yes, that is right. Skibidi Toilet 69 Part 1 came out in the middle of the night, and it was insane. So much happened, so much death happened, but Elite Cameraman dropped Plunger Cameraman versus Dark Speakerman ? Episode 69 Skibidi Toilet analysis and theory. Super stoked to see maybe what kind of Easter eggs we missed or what he thinks. And fam, we did it. We officially hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining the Sauce Gang family. But we ain't done. We are 40% of the way to 250,000 subs. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and join the Sauce Gang family. Make sure you show Elite Cameraman some love by subscribing to his channel. But enough talking. Let's get to reacting and roll that bomb-ass intro.
Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Eat, sleep, make beats. Eat, sleep, make beats.
Hot Sauce Beats. Woo, woo. Oh, and don't forget, if you have not yet checked out my Skibidi Toilet original song, Simping for a TV Woman, featuring Elite Cameraman with a special custom scene in my Dom studio. Link is in top description. Make sure you peep it out. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. Elite Cameraman here. It finally happened. The almighty episode 69 of Skibidi Toilet finally arrived, and it looks like the stakes keep on rising because at the end of today's episode, we saw that heroes have to make some hard choices and sacrifices for the greater good.
They did.
But this was not all, because it seems like there was an important time skip between episode 68 and episode 69 part 1. And wherever the squad is, the further they go, the worse it gets.
It's
I
getting
already
troublesome,
mentioned that
chat.
this place might have been the bottom floor of the toilet bunker in my last analysis, and if we look at the description of the new episode, Dafook seems to confirm this. With what we saw in today's episode, I think the squad is trying to either hunt down the scientist's toilet, or is trying to find the core of this bunker. There also was the leak that came out a couple days ago, which gave a small hint on what's going on. And it said, "Something secret steers us," which actually is a song from the soundtrack of Half-Life 2. Even though this is the case, I think the name itself was a hint at what might be going on. But before we get into all this, you need to make sure that you like the video. And I also mentioned that only 29% of you guys were subscribed. This meant that more than 71% of you weren't subscribed. And day by day, we are getting closer to only 69% of you not being subscribed. If you want to help get to 69% before episode 69 fully ends, make sure to subscribe. We can probably get there either today or in the episode 69 part 2 analysis. Anyways, here we go. Episode 69 part 1 literally starts with a jump scare and sets the tone instantly. A Strider-like small toilet attacks us, and this toilet actually is a reference to Valve, who made the Half-Life games. We can literally see a valve stuck on his eye, just like how the company Valve used to have something very similar. And once again, we are in the POV of Plunger Cameraman, but because of what we are about to see, it's clear that a decent bit of time has passed, and Plunger Cameraman seems to have gotten some upgrades between episode 68 and episode 69. After the jump scare, he first punches this toilet with his right hand, and the valve toilet stabs Plunger Cameraman's left hand. But this doesn't stop Plunger Cameraman, because he actually reveals his first upgrade. Slowly, 4 little blades come out of his right hand, and he seems like a mini Wolverine. But that's not all, because right after he knocks the valve toilet back, he pulls his plunger and something is clearly different. It now has spikes all over it, making it an extremely destructive weapon. It's good to finally see the Plunger Cameraman.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot, dude. I didn't even realize that was his plunger with the spikes. Dude, it was. I went out celebrating last night. I reacted to it at 3 in the morning.
Able to use his plunger a lot better now that it has some upgrades.
I missed that.
He swings the plunger so hard that the valve toilet hits the wall, and instead of flushing the toilet normally with his plunger, he smashes it into his face. But alongside that, we actually saw something weird just now. If you look at the ground when Plunger Cameraman knocks the valve toilet into the wall, we can actually see a human skeleton, yes. A real human skeleton. And these skeletons are actually scattered around the whole room.
I don't think we've ever seen that.
I think this actually might be one of the biggest hints we have gotten about the origin of the Skibidi toilets. Because if there are actual human bodies here, this probably means that the toilets weren't the ones who made this place. Alongside that, one of the skeletons actually has a lab coat, and I think you know where I'm getting at. I don't know if this is the direction Dafook is going, but there is a really good chance that the toilets actually were the results of some research and lab trials that went wrong. We can't really know what exactly happened if this is the case, but maybe these scientists
we always
were
have to
doing
ruin
some
a good time,
experiments
chat.
and created the toilets.
We
As a
experimented
result,
and made the toilets
went rouge and started spreading like the virus.
Went rogue.
But this makes me think of what the secret agent wants. If this experiment theory is true, I think there are two possibilities about the secret agent that might also be true. There is a possibility that the secret agent is trying to search for the truth of the toilet's origin, or maybe he also used to be a scientist at this facility, and he might be trying to fix his old mistakes. We already know that he is a very smart individual because the gadgets he has are no joke, and he has abilities that suppresses normal humans. I'm sure that we'll get to know more about this topic in the next couple episodes because that seems to be the way we are going right now. After Plunger Cameraman kills the valve toilet, we also see the Dark Speakerman going ham on all the toilets, and it seems like this place is filled with parasite toilets, but the squad is too good to get infected. We actually see Dark Speakerman almost getting infected, but he removes the parasite toilet instantly and uses his speakers on him right before smashing into the ground. This does make me wonder if he has an anti-parasitic body, because at this point I think every agent and Titan should get one, if they don't have it. After this, we turn to our right side, and a crazy scene awaits us. This scene actually
Double
was the
Dagger
leaked
Dark
frame
Speakerman
from a couple
is
days
legit
ago.
a boss,
But I'm
chat.
not gonna lie, I could have never guessed what was happening there on the right bottom side. Bruh, what the hell are those two cameramen doing?
You already
if you
know what they're
doing. But this
doing.
is clearly
It's sus.
Dafouk's way of saying this is episode 69. In this
part
scene,
1.
we see the lucky cameraman standing on top of a parasite toilet looking at his tablet to show us the way, and there also is a full squad literally bullying a single toilet. I think this clearly shows that the cameraman and speakerman at the back don't understand how serious this situation is, and we all know that it cost them their life later in the episode. The only ones that seem to understand how bad this situation is.
So much death happened in this
The
episode,
Speakerman leaning
chat.
on the wall, Lucky Cameraman, Dark Speakerman, and Plunger Cameraman. But whatever we saw until this point is literally nothing, because once we turn back to Dark Speakerman, we get the first glimpse of what we are about to see. At the beginning of the episode, we saw that there were locked doors on this hallway, but when we are looking at the Dark Speakerman, we see two toilets looking very scared from the inside of the locked room. After this, we slowly start walking through the corridor, and the first thing we see is a toilet that burning eternally inside the door. I think we can agree that he probably is one of the beings inside the whole Skibidi universe that has endured the most pain, if he has been burning like this ever since he was created.
Eternally.
After this, Plunger Cameraman looks to the right side, and we see a big-headed toilet staring into the hallway. This probably is a reference to something or means something, but I have no idea what it is. If you do, make sure to comment it down below. A second later, we see the lucky cameraman going ahead of us with his tablet still in his hands to open the door. And we actually see one more human skeleton here, but that's not the only skeleton we see, because Plunger Cameraman turns to his left, and the last locked room we see actually has skull toilets, just like the Berserk skeleton meme. After this, Plunger Cameraman looks behind him and he sees the Speakerman dancing while walking through the corridor, and not gonna lie, the music kind of slapped right here. And once
I told
we
you
turn
though,
back,
they were celebrating way too
and we
soon,
are
chat.
entering a huge room. But before you continue, I want to let you know about the Roblox game I've been cooking up for a while. If you like Roblox and Skibidi Toilet, I'm planning to launch the game sometime in the next 2 weeks, so if you don't want to miss it, make sure to join my group on Roblox after you finish watching the analysis. Anyways, let's continue. After Plunger Cameraman enters the room, he looks to his left and his right to see what's inside, and we can actually see so much blood everywhere, and a decent bit of toilet bodies scattered around the place. There clearly have been fights here, but we have no idea what caused the fights or who fought the toilets. Seconds later, a cameraman head gets thrown next to us, which leads Plunger Cameraman to turn back, and we see a mutant toilet coming out of nowhere. He jumps down from the upper floor and literally assassinates the cameraman, who looks like the cameraman who went berserk in episode 66. We can clearly see that he is different from the other two mutant toilets, and he looks a lot more crazier compared to the other two. For some reason, I know that the other two mutant toilets are not that normal either. But this guy just has a different vibe, and he also has a metal arm, which probably very strong and most likely capable of great amounts of strength. After beheading the cameraman in front of him, the cameraman behind him actually tried to use the stun gun on him, but it seems like it doesn't affect him at all,
nothing,
other than the fact that
Mutant
blood
Toilet
was
just got
streaming
peed
with
off.
blood coming out of his mouth. He tries to slash the plunger cameraman with his hands,
got mad,
but I'm
Chet.
assuming that
He's
the
got some
stun
anger
gun is
issues.
at least doing some effect because the mutant toilet can't reach to plunger cameraman in time, and plunger cameraman hits him with the spiky plunger twice once he gets back a little. But this doesn't stop the mutant toilet from holding the plunger cameraman's head and screaming into him. But thankfully, the Dark Speakerman arrives in time, and he stabs
Dark
the
Speakerman
mutant
always
toilet
saving
with
the
his
day,
two
dude.
knives, right before the mutant toilet throws him away. And right at this scene, we can also see another human skeleton on the right side.
Yeah, they're everywhere,
and maybe
dude.
the blood and the toilet bodies in this room are
it's all
left
there.
over from the first days of the toilets being made and fighting against the human scientists. Right after, plunger cameraman throws his plunger into the mutant toilet's head, completely destroying his head and killing him. Right after the mutant toilet dies, the alarms start going off, and we actually see the locked doors opening while other toilets start coming from the hallway, and we actually see some weird mutant toilets coming as well. But it does seem like they are some failed mutant toilets because they are acting a little more stupid compared to normal. While this is going on, the lucky cameraman actually uses the remote he has to close the door to save everyone. But as we already know, this won't really work. Once we turn back, we see that the lucky cameraman has opened a couple doors already and is waiting for us. Everyone starts rushing to save themselves, and we see a huge toilet that has a similar set of head equipment to vacuum toilet tries to come out. But the craziest thing happens, and we actually see the Michael Jackson toilet arrive at the scene right before the bunker door closes down. Thanks to this, the Speakerman start dancing, but this sadly was the stupidest thing they could have done, because literally seconds later after they start dancing, the Michael Jackson toilet explodes the locked door, and we get a good glimpse of him for a second, and he really is upgraded a lot because he has anything ranging from buzzsaws and claws. But that's not the most important thing, because the way he sounds is so freaking annoying, and it would make me go crazy if I was in the squad there. The cameraman really start rushing as fast as they can to escape from the Michael Jackson toilet, but there are two cameramen who didn't make it in yet and are far behind. We also see a small detail on the boxes, and it says 150686 on it, but I have no idea if this means anything. We have been seeing more and more small details as text in these episodes, so I wanted to mention it. The Dark Speakerman literally takes the remote from the hands of the lucky cameraman because he wasn't closing the door, and he uses it to close the door. Even though plunger cameraman says wait with his hands, this leads the two cameramen to die.
He had to do it, though.
But this was a good decision by Dark Speakerman, because if he didn't take the matter to his own hands, everyone would have died. This really shows us that sometimes heroes have to sacrifice for the greater good. It also seems like this door that they closed is stronger because the Michael Jackson toilet doesn't even try to destroy it. Plunger cameraman slowly starts walking toward the Dark Speakerman, and we can actually see Dark Speakerman reflecting on his actions. But with his anger, Plunger cameraman pushes the Dark Speakerman and actually punches him twice right before punching a hole in the wall. Bro, not gonna lie, if Plunger cameraman ever tries going for TV woman, I'm out. Blood literally sees red. Plunger cameraman looks outside of the glass door, and we see many toilets alongside the Michael Jackson toilet, and Plunger cameraman does his signature move once more and flips off all of them right before turning back and moving with the squad. It also looks like only 5 of them are left, and I think we can safely assume that only Lucky Cameraman, Dark Speakerman, and the Plunger cameraman will be left alive after next episode. We see a huge hallway with yellow smoke or light at the end, and there is also another bunker door on the right. We'll see where they'll go in the next episode. This episode really was crazy, and I'm so curious as to what will happen in the next part. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Also join my group on Roblox. Elite Cameraman out.
Peace out, Elite Cameraman! All right, let me bring in chat, dude. Yeah, I agree. So I think, I don't know, man. I think we got a lot of characters, main characters that we like. And I just got a feeling someone's gonna die. I don't believe Plunger Cameraman can't. He's got that main plot armor. He's almost died a couple times. He ain't dead. I think Lucky Cameraman, even though he's working with Secret Agent or Double Dagger Dark Speakerman is probably gonna die. One of the two is gonna die, chat. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This was insane. Elite Cameraman in that Roblox games looks hard. Make sure you show him some love by subscribing to this channel. And again, chat, thank you so much for joining the Sauce Gang family. We hit 100K, and we're gonna keep it going. 250, road has started. Make sure you show some love by subscribing, by smashing that subscribe button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a Merry Christmas, and remember, it's eat, sleep, and make beats, and as usual, be kind to one another. That's all I got. Boom, I'm out. Got my love for the Sauce Gang. Peace.